This is Arthur, your new ChatGPT AI assistant within VR, essentially your own personal Jarvis. But before I talk more about Arthur, I want to show you how AI will be changing the entire Quest platform going forward, with revolutionary new systems to change the way we play, work and experience new virtual worlds within VR and AR. And so this is your 5 minutes of VR news. AI is moving incredibly fast. We are in a new era of exponential innovation, and artificial intelligence is changing how we do everything. The intro to this video, for example, was generated entirely by ChatGPT using data prompts from my previous videos. And this is how Meta is trying to get one up over the competition by using these systems to literally change the game. If we rewind 8 months ago, we come to this video about the future of Horizon Worlds.
Some people are experts already, and they've spent a lot of time on these tools, and what we've built is ways for them to share their creations so other people can use them.
Okay.
But let's take that even a step further. How do you make it so that maybe just by communicating with an AI, artificial intelligence builder bot, you can tell it what you want it to build and it'll build it for you?
And now with the likes of ChatGPT, we can see this future. The ability to prompt objects out of thin air is becoming increasingly possible. It won't be long before Horizon Worlds implements these new 3D design tools so we can create the worlds we want with just words. You can already see how powerful these 3D AI tools are, and yes, it is a complete reimagining of the way we 3D model, but the accessibility has changed, and it's clear Meta knew exactly what they were talking about here, as 8 months later, we are finally seeing the fruits of this labour. But enough of more distant updates. What are Meta implementing now and in the near future? Well, first up is SAM, Meta's new computer vision tool, which essentially can be used to identify and remap objects around you. This will become vital in the world of augmented reality, identifying objects like your keys or your wallet. But more importantly, it can be utilised within VR. The future of image generation will involve turning your play space into a virtual environment. And if tools like SAM can start to understand the world around us, it can be utilised to our advantage. And with SAM's remapping feature, you could turn any environment into something completely new. Your house remapped into a haunted house or a lost temple. The possibilities are endless, and it won't be long before we make our houses and environments look the way we want. But onto something that could seriously take VR to the next level, and that's Arthur.
My name is Arthur, the most charming caddy in town. How can I help you today?
My name's Ryan. I think I'd like to do some practice.
Wonderful, Ryan. Would you like me to set up a practice round for you, or would you prefer to set up the course yourself?
Actually, I'd like a 30-foot downhill putt to practice.
Foot downhill putt it is. Have you chosen the difficulty for the pin placement, Ryan?
Now, as you can see, Arthur is not only responding in relation to the questions, but also designing and changing the course to suit the user's needs. This is the first example of ChatGPT and Google's Bath being utilised within a VR game, and it seems that the CEO of Golf Plus is looking to utilise these new systems to enhance the player experience. Arthur can generate putting challenges that only require vocal input, and this brings us to how these new tools will begin to implement themselves. VR is all about immersion, and now that ChatGPT can essentially communicate with you on a human level, it would give birth to a whole new level of NPC. Golf Plus shows us how AI systems can be used, and this soon will give birth to a whole new wave of storytelling. An AI-powered NPC, for example, could give you a unique, randomly generated quest of which you could communicate and ask questions about. It would add a whole new dimension to our worlds and experiences. And that brings us to the company that's responsible for this innovation and power, and that's Nvidia, the literal brain behind the likes of ChatGPT. We can see all these small elements of AI and game design being implemented, but they are all separate entities. But there is something that brings all of these tools together, and that's Nvidia Omniverse. Earlier in the video, I talked about Horizon Worlds implementing prompting to generate objects. Well, Nvidia Omniverse can use different AI generation APIs like ChatGPT-4 to create entire scenes as 3D models from these prompts. Like this, for example. He draws an area he wants to populate, simply writes the prompt like generate objects found in a warehouse, and just like that, fully 3D modelled and textured objects. And so now you can see how these AI tools will be integrated into VR, and it won't be long before we are creating entire worlds with just prompts. You can really see how everyone will become game designers, and the only question left is what will you build? If you like the video, like and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.